Today, March 24th, we remember one of the martyrs of our time, Archbishop Oscar Romero in El Salvador. He was brutally assassinated in 1980 as he was celebrating Mass in the chapel of the Divine Providence Cancer Hospital where he lived.
Hello everyone, my name is Alfredo Barrera. I was born in San Salvador, El Salvador. When I was a young boy, I have memories of my parents mentioning and speaking of Archbishop Romero. He was viewed as a beacon of hope because of how he advocated for the poor and spoke out against the social injustice. They also told me that they were present for his assassination. They had personally witnessed it and the aftermath and chaos that it caused. It was after this incident that my parents had decided that with the civil unrest, it was best for them to begin planning to leave their home country, which they successfully did years later.
Originally, Oscar Romero was a hardworking conservative priest. In the course of time, the increasing poverty, injustice, and terror in his country opened his eyes to the continuing suffering of his fellow human. The murder of Oscar's friend in 1977 was a radical turning point in his ministry. The Archbishop began to pay attention to the cruelty of the authorities and the army. Fearlessly, he defended the poor and served the most vulnerable. In his messages, he was the one who honestly told what was going on in his own country. He became the voice of the voiceless. Romero was deeply loved by the people of El Salvador. At the same time, he stepped on the toes of those in power. Oscar Romero had chosen a risky direction, and he was truly aware of it himself. He preached,
"I do not believe in death without resurrection. If they kill me, I will rise again in the people of El Salvador."
In his last sermon before his assassination, Archbishop Romero proclaimed,
"You just heard the gospel of Christ. We must not love our lives so much that we avoid taking the risks in life that history calls for. Those who seek to shun danger will lose their lives, whereas those who for love of Christ dedicate themselves to the service of others will live. They are like that grain of wheat that dies, at least in appearance. If the grain does not die, it remains alone. If it yields a crop, it is because it dies, allowing itself to be immolated in the earth. It is by being dismantled that it produces the crop.